Hello everyone, this is Tom O'Connor. Welcome back to the University of Florida Law School EDiscovery Project Story Booth. You don't know how long I've struggled all day to get that out in one continuous sentence so that it was accurate. But now that I've had a little lunch in me, I'm feeling better. We're here at the university's EDiscovery concert, the fifth annual conference. And I'm with Julie Brown, who is the Litigation Technology Manager at Voorhees in Columbus? Columbus, Ohio. Julie and I have known each other a long time. In fact, we were just talking database products over at the lunch table for a little while here. How you doing? How you enjoying the show? I should ask you that first. Now it's afternoon, so we've got a morning of sessions under our belt. How has the conference been?
I think better than ever. I think every year, the sessions get better and the speakers are better, and it's just really good content this year.
Great. So I've asked other people this, and I'll repeat it with you. What's your sense of where the profession is right now? Where the 40,000-foot view, if you will, of e-discovery? What's going on from your point of view?
Well, I think the technologies keep getting better. I think things that we used to find to be a challenge are now easier, but we always have new challenges being presented. So the biggest challenges right now, other than the ever-increasing volume of data, which is always, from a performance standpoint, when the databases get so large, you see some issues. So dealing with that, and then I would say in addition to that, just all the new forms of data that we have to collect, be it social media, mobile devices,
right.
Information from cars or vehicles now, which I haven't had the challenge of collecting that yet.
Haven't had to do one? No?
I haven't had to do one, but I have done a lot of social media, websites, mobile devices. We're definitely seeing that in the industry.
Right. And same thing from our side on the vendor side at Advanced Discovery. We've had an enormous increase over the last year in requests for collection off of cell phones or portable devices, including social media, text messages, all the. No
vehicles?
I don't know that we've had a vehicle request yet. I would have to check that because we have quite a few people in our forensics department, so I'll have to check.
I'm looking forward to the wearable devices too.
Right.
See what kind of information you can get off those.
Somebody was talking in the early session this morning about that Alexa case in Arkansas, the murder case, which I understand the defendant finally turned around and let them take it because after review there was nothing on it. So they gave up the dispute, if you will, or fighting the access to it because there was nothing on there.
Gotcha.
After his attorneys reviewed it. So how about then from the large scale view to the personal view? What about you personally? Something in a case that's captured your attention, a particular type of case, something that has resonated with you as being new and unique? We get sort of jaded in this business. We handle these huge amounts of data.
Sure. I would say along the lines of the social media collections and whatnot, when you get a large volume, and we've seen some that are pretty large, getting that up into a review platform so that it can actually be reviewed and potentially redacted, marked for production, because you're not going to produce an entire Facebook page, right? You're going to produce the relevant pieces from that page. And so getting it into a platform where it can be reviewed and produced, I would say that's something I'm seeing. And then I think we're seeing new tools on the market. So just before we came on, we were talking a little bit about evidence management tools, and I think we're seeing some new tools hit the market that are going to be really advantageous to our lawyers in preparing for trial. So.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a couple people here from people we both know, but they're working with new companies developing social media acquisition tools. And then the federal rules of evidence are going to change in December to try to make self-authentication a little easier. So yeah, the profession is definitely moving in that direction on social media. But like you said, the vast amount of data is often overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, just figuring out what those sources are and then how to go out and get them is often problematic. Often problematic. So we are also asking everyone one other question at the end, and that is, if you could have one EDiscovery superpower, what would it be? If you could be an Avenger of EDiscovery, what would your superpower be?
It would be to take any size of data and be able to find the relevant story without going page by page.
Is that a superpower or a fantasy?
You said superpower.
That would be a superpower, right? Especially the...
I think we're getting, I mean, with a lot of the AI tools, I think we're going to get there.
Let me ask you about that. I haven't asked anybody else about it yet because I still think it's somewhat amorphous, but what do you think? Where are we going with that, or where is it heading?
I think we're going to the place where we will have tools in the future that can look at a corpus of data and at least come out with the 5 or 6 themes that it's seen in the data. Not all of them relevant, but possibly some of them relevant. And to be able to analyze, because we have conversations and people and all the metadata that we can put together, and you know, JLeeb's next LP is on its way there. So
right.
I think those tools are going to get more powerful, and I don't understand why we someday won't have a tool that will be better at telling us what the data is showing us as opposed to us trying to figure out what's there.
Right, and that's an interesting point, because talking about, if you will, the holy grail of our business, I mean, isn't that really what knowledge management people were trying to convince us about 10 years ago? And we didn't really listen to them. And now I run into Peter Krakauer, who used to be at Oric, and he was the knowledge management guy. And he said, I thought we were talking about this. I thought we told you this could be done. But the tools were just not there yet.
Right. And I don't think they're there yet either for us. I mean, there's some.
No, I agree.
But not the vision I have for what it will be someday isn't there yet.
Yeah, no.
No, I won't be developing that tool.
Yeah, no, well, people like JLeeb, who you mentioned, I mean, there are some very sharp people working on that, and I look forward to it. And I hadn't brought it up either, only because I agree. I think it's a little premature yet. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
But we need a little bit more development.
5 years.
5, you think? Okay. Good. Well, thanks so much for the time. Always a pleasure to see you. We appreciate it. And we'll look forward to talking to everybody a little bit later here at the University of Florida Levin College of Law 5th Annual EDiscovery Conference. Thanks.